So I feel sometimes that Chrisean Rock, she just can't catch a break. So the last, I guess, couple of days, Vlad been putting out increments of an interview that he did with Wack 100, and it seemed to be more of Chrisean Rock in their mouth than Blueface. Now we know that one of Chrisean Rock's serious cases, alongside with the lawsuit with the guy that she assaulted at the Braxton concert, Tamar Braxton concert, that is a real serious one that has been on her mind. She's worried that somebody might pick her up any day now because the judge allegedly is not even trying to work with her lawyers to cut a deal. Allegedly, they're saying that her probation was, I think, 3 years that she had left, and she didn't fulfill that. And so the judge is pretty much wanting her to do the 3 years. And that's why she had said a few months back when she was at her house, I don't know if you guys remember that, she said, you know, if it was any different situation like her not having a kid, she would have turned herself in. But because, you know, she has Junior, she's not, you know, willing to do that because she wants to be there to raise her son, and she's not going to just give him up to someone that she don't trust, because she got a lot of haters. And, you know, there's nobody that's supportive on Blueface's side as far as his mother or anyone like that that could watch Junior if she was to turn herself in. So anyways, you know, Wack 100, he's on here rehashing stuff from the past. And I know that if he really genuinely made up with Chrisean and is respecting the relationship with Blueface and Chrisean, he wouldn't be bringing this old stuff up. Because if I was Chrisean, and I'm quite sure this is how Chrisean feels as well, I would be upset. So we're going to listen to what was said, but this is about the Oklahoma situation when she took the G-Wagon and there were pharmaceuticals in the car and she got arrested.
Are you managing her at all or no? No.
That's Blueface thing.
He said that
I work
fast.
with Blueface. So I get the calls. I don't think Rock is, she's not manageable.
Oh, man.
Because she'll go along with it to get it started. And then as soon as you ain't looking, she gonna backdoor you, say, I got it, right? And then if you go at her, she's a female, then...
Now, what he said was kind of comical, just the way he said it. But then again, it's not funny, because I thought that they at least were being cordial. They were being adults about things. Wack 100 was being accepting of the relationship, and that Blueface is in love with Chrisean Rock, and that he has to respect her. You can't just be talking to her any kind of way. That is my woman. I'm quite sure Blueface had some sort of talk over the phone with him, like setting the tone with him that you cannot just come out your mouth any kind of way. So it was kind of funny, I ain't gonna lie, but at the same time it's not, because like, when do we just, if you made amends with Chrisean, you know, you said how you felt, you know, now you're being respectful to her, you should respect her and not be going on interviews talking about old stuff that she's still actually living, because it's not even cleared up. We're talking about this Oklahoma case that is not cleared up. She got a warrant. She's not even sure if the judge is going to have a change of fate and allow her to just do more probation time or do a sentence. And he's talking about something right now that's really triggering to Chrisean Rock, and I think that's kind of crazy.
She gonna Meg the Stallion.
Yeah.
So that's a situation where, you know, when you look at it, it just doesn't add up. Even though it's adding up, it doesn't add up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You couldn't pay me to manage Chrisean Rock. I don't care if it was $1 million a month.
She's gonna do what she wants to do.
I mean, yeah, I mean, remember there was that crazy situation where, like, she broke into Blueface's house and left a message in blood on his wall, and took his Rover.
She took the G-Wagon.
I remember.
She took the G-Wagon.
She took the G-Wagon. There we go. And she was like,
we didn't know.
She was like, God got me. He's like, no, the devil got you. I have to report this car stolen. Go to prison over this.
See, they think this is a joke, but at the end of the day, this is somebody's life. When Chrisean was going through all that stuff and took the G-Wack, she was going through mental changes with Blueface. Blueface was not doing it right. You know, we tend to like pick and choose, aside, not knowing what like mental, situation a person's in mentally because of how a person's treating them. And Blueface wasn't treating her right at that time. He had Jaidyn, Alexis, and he had Chrisean Rock, and Lord knows who else. There were others obviously that they didn't even know about. So people don't just get up and just do crazy stuff. Like what Chrisean did. Chrisean did that out of her emotions being played with. And they're making a joke out of it. Two men being chatty patty, and this is really somebody's life. And she's still living it. Like I said again, this is the Oklahoma situation that they're talking about. This was maybe the wrong time to bring it up. Maybe they should have brought it up after the situation was cleared up. But when people don't really care about you, they show you. And when people tell you who they are, you should believe them.
No, we didn't know at first. He called me. He said, yo, you got my car? I said, no, I don't got your car. Why would I have your car? He's like, it's gone. I'm like, okay, well, you need to call, report it stolen. If somebody does something, they're going to come looking for you.
Yeah.
So we're oblivious to who has it. Day and a half, 2 days later, we get a call. Country people on the phone. I'm like, yeah, who is this?
The country
This
people.
is Oklahoma Highway Patrol. I'm like, what part of Oklahoma? She's like 100-something miles east.
She drove
Tulsa.
from L.A. to Oklahoma in the G-Wagon.
No, she got pulled over. She's 100 miles east, right, of Tulsa. She's heading east.
What is that, like 900 miles or something?
No, 1,500 something.
Okay, 1,500 miles.
Yeah, Tulsa like 1,400, so she's like 1,500 miles from L.A., and they like, yeah, well, I'm like, well, how'd you find the car? So they tell us this such and such was driving it, and there was a controlled substance in the vehicle. Like, what? Right? So the car sat there. I had to go through a bunch of stuff out of transport. Cost me like $7-8 grand impound fees. We get the car back, it's thrashed. I don't know what it was doing. She off-roaded it. Blueface already put the car on low profiles to a point to where we had to just trade it in. Couldn't do nothing with it.
Just gave up on the car.
Yeah, just gave up on it.
So, all I can say is that, I want to see her get herself together. She's still living, not reliving, she's still living in this situation. And I keep bringing up the Oklahoma. I'm not even thinking about like the other ones. I think that the Oklahoma one is a more important one because that is the one that's gonna probably cost her the time. I'm not talking about no probation time that she could be facing, in my opinion, jail time because that's the state that's not playing with her. Now, as far as the lawsuit and all the other stuff, I really haven't been, following that too closely, so I'm not going to get into that because I haven't been following it. But I have been following the Oklahoma case, and I also been following it because she talks about that more than all of the other ones. I don't even think she's that concerned about the lawsuit as much as she is about the Oklahoma one. And the reason why is I think, in my opinion, she's thinking about the Oklahoma one because of the simple fact of the judge. She might not tell the public, but it has been told to me. Disclaimer, it has been told to me, allegedly, that they're not trying to let her reinstate probation on, I guess it's 3 years, allegedly. They are allegedly trying to make her do 3 years. Do the 3 years. And like I'm going to keep saying, probation and parole is time on layaway. That's why they give it to you so easy. You always say, oh, that's a nice judge. He just gave me probation or parole or whatever. The parole board gave me parole. But when you mess up, and then when you do something larger than life, like Chrisean Rock did, like steal a car, go to another state, You got pharmaceuticals in your car. I mean, you just went overboard. You didn't just get into a fight with a girl in the street. You know what I'm saying, or was caught selling pharmaceuticals on the corner of the state you live in. You did this like, steal a car. Pharmaceuticals were found in the car. I'm not saying they were hers. And you drive all the way to Oklahoma from California. So, it's extreme. And they give you this probation that wanting you to feel, and you just fed into what they wanted you to do, and now you're looking at time. And you have a newborn, and you think because you're Chrisean Rock or whoever you think you are, and you have a newborn that they're going to take that into consideration. No, there's people that are way famous than you and have way more money than you, and they don't get cut breaks, and they're definitely not going to cut you no break.